Just 2 weeks after the final episode of the Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials, we'll be getting the first Doctor Who Christmas special we've had in a few years. But what do we actually know about the church on Ruby Road? Okay, so the other day we got an official press release from Doctor Who about this year's Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road. Obviously, I'm going to be going over that in this video, but before I do, I just want to point out, a few months ago we did get a Reddit leak about this Christmas special that seems to be fairly accurate based on all the new information that we've got officially. I made a video on this leak when it happened at the time, and I'll have that linked in a card above and at the end of the video. So if you are interested in it, you can check it out. But like I said, it does seem very likely that that leak is true, and it was an in-depth plot summary of the Christmas special, so beware for major spoilers if you do choose to check it out. But in terms of this video, I'm going to try and avoid talking about the leaks as much as possible. I'm pretty much not going to talk about it at all. I'm just going to go over what's been officially announced with the images and this press release that we just got. So the press release reads, long ago on Christmas Eve, a baby was abandoned in the snow. Today, Ruby Sunday meets the Doctor, stolen babies, goblins, and perhaps the secret of her birth. Christmas has come early as brand new images are released from the Doctor Who Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road. As the 15th Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa, takes over the TARDIS for the first epic adventure, he will be joined by Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson, as she makes her debut as the Doctor's companion. This episode sees the Doctor come face to face with the mythical and mysterious goblins as his life collides with Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson. And obviously we also have a look at the goblins in a picture in this press release as well. I think they look great. It's still giving very cute vibes to something like Beep the Meep. Looks even more like Grogu than Beep the Meep does, to be honest. And yeah, goblins were initially mentioned in this leak a few months ago, which is part of the reason why it seems to be possible that that leak was true. Little is known about Ruby Sunday, as she was abandoned on Christmas Eve as a baby. Now living with her mum Carla and grandmother Cherry, her world is about to be turned upside down when she encounters the Doctor, and the two set off on their first adventure together. So Ruby's mum Carla is going to be played by Michelle Greenidge, who we've had a little look at a few months ago when this episode was being filmed, and once again that name Carla was mentioned in that leak a few months ago. But Cherry, her grandmother, is a new character that we've not heard mentioned yet. I think her grandmother was briefly mentioned in this leak, but she wasn't named as Cherry, and we didn't know who'd be playing her until now, but now we know that Angela Winter will be playing Ruby's grandmother Cherry. And we also know that Anita Dobson, who we already knew was going to be in this episode, is playing a character called Mrs. Flood, which is something we kind of already knew, but she did say Mrs. Flood and then Mrs. Blood in separate interviews, so we weren't sure which one of those was meant to be true. Now we also know that Davina McCall is going to be in this episode playing herself, which once again is something that was mentioned in this leak, showing how true this leak was. Now obviously one thing we know about Ruby Sunday is that she's adopted, and with Davina McCall playing herself in this episode, we also know that in real life Davina McCall hosts a show called, I believe it's Long Lost Families, and that's basically all I'm going to say about that. Davina said, "It is beyond an honour to be asked to appear in not only Doctor Who, but also Ncuti's first episode as the new Doctor. It was such an extraordinary experience, and Russell has written you all a Christmas delight. Now I just can't wait for everyone to see it." Russell T Davies said, "From day one in this job, I wanted Doctor Who back on Christmas Day, and with Ncuti, Millie, Davina, and the Goblin King, I hope it's a feast for all the family." So yeah, that's basically all it says in this official press release. But we also get a few images. We see the Doctor in what seems to be that graveyard location we've seen him in a previous image before, and during one of the trailers that was dropped on Doctor Who Day. And we also see an image of Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday in what seems to be a cot, probably for some sort of sibling that she has, probably from her foster mum Carla. And like I said, we also got a look at the Goblin King, and there's also a picture of Davina McCall here as well. Obviously, this Christmas special is going to be actually on Christmas Day once again, like it used to be before Chris Chibnall took over the show and changed it to New Year's specials, which is going to be great to see. I've missed having Doctor Who on at Christmas. And yeah, I can't really say too much else about everything we know about this special right now without getting into the leak we got a few months back, which like I said is pretty much all but confirmed to be true at this point. Like I said earlier, I did make a video on this leak a few months ago when it first happened, and so if you want to watch it, I will put it on screen now. But like I said, it's a very in-depth plot summary, so there's going to be major spoilers ahead, so if you don't want anything spoiled from the Church on Ruby Road, don't watch that video, as you'll basically have the whole plot of this episode spoiled for you.